After 4 years of criticizing the royals, it's about time that Harry and Meghan were demoted on the official royal family website. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. Please help by pressing the subscribe button because the subscribe button it costs. Thank you, friend. It sure took them a while, didn't it? I mean, Harry and Meghan have made it crystal clear they don't like the royals nor Britain. They want nothing to do with the royal family unless there's money involved. And it seems the palace folks have finally updated the royal family website to reflect this truth. Harry and Meghan have repeatedly shown they're not interested in representing the monarchy. They're all about themselves, chasing money and fame. So it makes perfect sense that, according to the Telegraph, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's profiles have been shortened on the royal family's website. It never really made sense for Harry and Meghan to have those lengthy bios on the royal family website, acting like they were still active members. They made it clear in 2020 that they were stepping away from the Queen. They tried that half-in, half-out plan, but it wasn't going to work, so they chose to be completely out. Well, fair enough, let's honor their decision, and honoring their decision also means the royal family shouldn't be giving them much attention. They shouldn't be putting the spotlight on those two at all. As reported in the Telegraph, Meghan and Harry's joint page now starts with the announcement that they stepped back as working royals in January 2020. Their long individual profiles, which used to cover multiple pages, are now merged into a single page. If readers want more about them, they're directed to their new personal website, sussexx.com. It makes perfect sense, and honestly, it's about time. Actually, I'd say it's long overdue. The truth is, Harry and Meghan aren't interesting enough to warrant individual profiles spanning multiple pages. They never were. The other members of the royal family are much more intriguing and hardworking than Harry and Meghan. So no, the royal family doesn't need to dedicate multiple pages to those two. I have to wonder about the decision to redirect people to sussexx.com to learn more about Harry and Meghan. If folks want to know what Harry and Meghan want us to believe about them, then sure, go ahead, visit sussexx.com. But if you're seeking the truth about who they really are and what they've accomplished, well, sussexx.com isn't likely to provide that reliable information. So naturally, many people are questioning whether this update to the royal family's website reflects how the palace truly feels about Harry and Meghan. Buckingham Palace insists it's not the case. According to the Telegraph, Buckingham Palace sources say the changes made on Monday were just part of a routine website update, not linked to the couple's own brand development. It's quite an interesting coincidence, though, isn't it? Since Meghan Markle has launched her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, where she's promoting expensive jam and mugs, it's understandable why the royals might want to distance themselves from something they consider cheap and tacky and, well, very Meghan Markle. Most media outlets are reporting that Harry and Meghan have been demoted or downgraded on the royal family's website. Only People magazine is saying their bios were simply updated. But let's be real, it's clearly a demotion. However, Buckingham Palace, as reported by the Telegraph, claims that the Sussex's pages weren't the only ones updated and that the changes didn't mean a downgrade. Okay, sure. So apparently they also shortened Andrew, the Duke of York's page. Now there are links to announcements about him stepping back from public duties, but let's not kid ourselves here. Harry and Meghan shouldn't find solace in thinking, well, Andrew got updated too. I mean, come on, Andrew was buddies with a convicted pedophile. He's had a major fall from grace. So nobody should be thrilled about being associated with Andrew at this point. It seems to me that the royal family is drawing a line in the sand saying, Harry and Meghan, you're on the outside, and Andrew, you're out too. In Andrew's case, he brought a lot of shame to the family. And as for Harry and Meghan, well, they've actively tried to damage the monarchy. So, of course, they don't need to be welcomed back into the fold. They shouldn't be treated like they're still working members of the royal family because they're not, and they clearly don't want to be. I bet over in Montecito, the two of them are having quite a fit. As reported by the Telegraph, Harry's 2,600-word profile has been slashed to just around 200 words. Those long passages about his charity work on conservation and mental health. Well, they've been condensed into a couple of sentences, but really, why do they even have lengthy passages about Harry's charity work on conservation and mental health? His African Parks charity is facing criticism for mistreating local people and mental health concerns. Come on, give me a break. Are we really supposed to take this man seriously when he talks about treating his mental health problems with illegal drugs like magic mushrooms, ayahuasca, and marijuana? Harry isn't an expert on anything, especially not mental health issues. And that's a pretty amusing one, too. So, there used to be a pretty long section detailing how Harry and Meghan were going to continue reflecting their sense of duty and allegiance to the monarch after stepping back as working members of the royal family. Well, they've just wiped that out, and honestly, it's probably for the best. Over the past years, we've seen that Harry and Meghan aren't living up to their sense of duty and allegiance to the monarch. In fact, they've repeatedly tried to throw the monarch under the bus. They've practically built careers out of selling supposed secrets of the royal family, most of which aren't even true. So no, they're definitely not honoring their sense of duty anymore. The section used to say the Duke attaches great importance to his role in the royal family's public service to the UK and around the Commonwealth. He's been inspired by the example of duty and leadership set by his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, and his father, the King. What a joke. I mean, Harry clearly doesn't give a second thought to his role in the royal family's public service to the UK and the Commonwealth. The moment Harry left Britain, he was out. Meghan has really shown us that about him. Harry never cared about his family or helping the people of the UK and the Commonwealth. He only ever cared about himself, and Meghan's influence on him is evident. If Harry had truly cared about service, Meghan wouldn't have had such an easy time manipulating him. Even though it seems like this California lifestyle doesn't suit Harry, I mean, he looks miserable all the time. He still hasn't made any moves to distance himself from Meghan, reconcile with his family, or apologize for his actions. Sure, we've heard some reports here and there, but we haven't seen anything concrete. So, going back to the website update, Meghan's profile has also been significantly shortened and condensed. According to The Telegraph, it now briefly mentions her time starring in the US cable drama Suits and her lifestyle blog, The Tig, before listing the patronages she held as a working royal. For anyone wanting more details about Meghan's life, they can just visit Sussex.com. Meghan's profile there goes into great detail about every single thing she's ever done, whether real or imagined. Until recently, there were still passages claiming that Harry and Meghan were balancing their time between the US and Britain, and supposedly continuing to honor their duty to the monarch, the Commonwealth, and their patronages. Well, they've removed those passages now. It seems the royal family actually cares about honesty. Unlike the lying grifters, they don't want such blatant falsehoods on their website. So, at the bottom of the profile, there are links to 3 statements summarizing Meghan and Harry's withdrawal from royal life. There's the January 8, 2020 announcement about Harry and Meghan planning to step back as senior members of the royal family. Then there's the January 18, 2020 statement from the Queen about a constructive and supportive way forward for her grandson and his family. And finally, there's the Buckingham Palace statement from February 19, 2021, confirming that Harry and Meghan wouldn't be returning as working royals but would remain much loved members of the family. This makes it pretty clear. The royal family is letting the world know that Harry and Meghan don't represent them. They're independent entities, just as they wanted. Now, only time will tell if this will quiet down the speculation about Harry and Meghan returning as working royals. Yeah, right? Late? What do I think about Harry and Meghan's demotion on the royal family's website? Let me know your opinion below in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like and share it with anybody else who would appreciate it too. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. From the King YouTube channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll be back to see you in the next videos.